right now, and the Ghana Medical Association has criticized the dismissal of the Tamale General Hospital CEO, Dr. Adam Atiko, describing the move as an abuse of power and a violation of due process by the Minister of Health, Kwabena Kando. Dr. Atiko was relieved of his duties on Tuesday, April 22, following an unannounced visit to the hospital by Mr. Kando, the Health Minister. This visit was prompted by the death of a patient, Bavuk Salim, who allegedly passed away due to the unavailability of a functional ventilator at the facility. A video that has since gone viral captured a heated exchange between the minister and the head of the Accident and Emergency Department of the Tamale General Hospital, Dr. Valentine Akrofi, during the visit. Now, in a strongly worded statement issued earlier today, the Ghana Medical Association condemned both the dismissal of Dr. Atiko and the manner in which the medical personnel at the emergency unit were treated. The association argued that the CEO's removal bypassed standard administrative procedures and contravened the principles of natural justice. The association also demanded an unqualified apology from the health minister, Kwabena Kando, and the Member of Parliament for Tamale North, Al-Hassan Suhain, who is also Deputy Minister for Roads, for what it described as an unwarranted attack on the hospital. We've got details of this particular statement. If you go on our Facebook page at 3FM927, we'll get it out. You read the full complement of it. Essentially, they make the point that it cannot be the case that this doctor was suspended without going through due process. That statement, GMA essentially condemning the actions of the Minister of Health, Kwabena Kando, during that particular visit. They say that these acts, if continued, have the tendency of demoralizing committed workers and reducing public confidence in the health system. The Ghana Medical Association noted, and while also reiterating the need for proper investigative procedures instead of the public blame game. We'll get through to Austin Gamey. Austin Gamey is going to be joining us in a bit on the telephone. We'll try to raise labor expert Austin Gamey to get some more details on this particular development from the Ghana Medical Association. If you go on our Facebook page right now, the full statement indicates that Ghana Medical Association calling on the hospital to ensure due process is followed to ascertain the true facts about the grievances of the affected family and find lasting solutions to the issue. They also call on the management of the facility to ensure the safety of the staff involved and provide the necessary psychological support. Also, they make the point that the GMA is committed to dispassionately discussing the lingering systemic issues regarding the lack of adequate water supply to the Tamale Teaching Hospital, and that is one that they have also indicated their support to get through to ensure that the right things are done. But even after this particular incident, Dr. Thomas Anaba, who is a member of Parliament for the Garu constituency, a member of the Health Committee of Parliament, I spoke to him earlier on this particular issue, and he did indicate that for him, as a member of the Health Committee and also the former CEO of the Ridge Hospital, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, there isn't anything wrong with what the minister did, but this has not gone down well with the Ghana Medical Association. This is what Dr. Thomas Anaba indicated earlier.
The one who oversees all the health institutions, facilities in the country. So if he has interest in any case that gets to his attention, it is his duty to visit that place if he wants. If he also decides to send a team to go and look at it, it is his duty to do that. So I think that the minister going there, he cannot be prevented. He has not done anything wrong. That is what he felt he should do. He got the call and he decided to go there himself to see it for himself. So there's nothing wrong with it. The minister can visit any hospital or any health facility or any health institution at all that he so desires to visit. Whether there's a call, a distress call or not, he can do it.
I see, and I'm sure that you've followed the public commentary after this because of the exchanges we saw between him and the said officer in charge today, who was also together with the CEO of the Tamale General Hospital, whom we understand has been dismissed. That's Dr. Adam Atiko. indeed the health minister confirmed that indeed the dismissal of the chief executive officer of the Tamale General Hospital, Dr. Adam Atiko, will show that video. He was the one in white standing by the gentleman who was talking. I mean, there are some who say that all of this could have happened without the cameras. Is it one that you agree with?
We are in a country that everybody has an opinion about, which is fine. At least there's freedom of speech. So there's also a freedom to practice and lead the country in accordance to lay down procedures. If a minister goes to any place, normally there are cameras with them. Normally there are cameras to highlight whatever they are doing. So if he's received a call and he's going there and goes with cameras, there's nothing wrong with it. It is not a secret. The only thing is that he must respect the privacy of patients in that hospital if he goes. But if he goes to meet with the management of the hospital or goes to look at certain information they've given to him about the way the hospital is handled or the way the hospital is being managed, the way the infrastructure is being deteriorating, if he decides to go with cameras to look at it without telling the management, this will set an alert, a warning to all other health managers to make sure that they keep their hospitals in shape. So I don't see the reason people are indicating that going there with cameras and the rest.
So that's Dr. Thomas Anaba there. Now, we're going to get through to the Ghana Medical Association shortly, and they've issued a strongly worded statement, of which we have a copy of. We put on our Facebook page at 3FM927. Austin Gamey is a celebrated labor expert. He's joining us right now. Also, former deputy minister and a member of parliament, former member of parliament for the people of the Volta region, specifically now occupying that particular position as a very, very, very respected health expert. That's a labor expert right now. Mr. Gamey, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us here on Hot Edition. First of all, I want to find out from you. You've seen the statement from the Ghana Medical Association. There's one thing that is clear in there, that they said they are not going to stand down. They will stand in solidarity with the people, the colleagues in the Tamale General Hospital in the wake of these injustices being perpetuated against them. Could the health minister have handled this differently? Or you would say that the Ghana Medical Association is overreaching their acts of solidarity?
Thank you, my brother. After hearing about this matter, I have been checking through. It appears many media houses and a lot of people, including perhaps Ghana Medical Association, might have gotten snipers of information, just like many of us might have gotten, and are carrying along with it. It appears there's a lot more happening than the eye can behold. I have checked sufficiently. It appears the issues are not exactly being described the way it is originated. The minister's visit has all to do with the appalling conditions in the hospital, breakdown of equipment, and it did not begin 4 months ago. It began many, many, many years ago. And every effort is being made to try and put things right. That's why he went there. The issue about someone dying from negligence or whatever became part and parcel of the whole issue, which is being, driven into the original case, and therefore muddying the water. From my checks, the minister went there on a visit to ensure that certain things that ought to be done are done. Unfortunately, there appears to be some high-level miscommunication, misrepresentation, and the supposed kind of argument that ensued between one of the hospital doctors and either the minister and Sohini and other people appears to have been taken out of context. And that is what has angered my friends in the GMA and other people. Not the dismissal of the CEO of the Tamale Teaching Hospital has absolutely nothing to do with the argument that ensued, because the person with whom the argument was, carried on with is still at the hospital. There's nothing done to him. He's not appearing before any disciplinary committee. He's been taken to be one of factors that could visit anybody at any point in time. So I really wish that all of us would take our time and find out what really happened, and the dismissal of the doctor is another thing altogether. It has nothing to do with what happened in the hospital visitation. So I think that's what I found out, and I'm very certain about what I have found out, but I'm open to learning more from other people, and therefore the call by either the hospital in Tamale and the GMA about taking an action is a little bit on the faster than perhaps they have imagined it to be. I think everybody should take it easy.
I see, that's fair. But to the extent that, yes, I mean, I've heard Al-Hassan Suhini also make that point you just corroborated, that the dismissal of the CEO has nothing to do with what happened yesterday. But then again, if you look at the Ghana Medical Association statement quite closely, they indicate that they had a number of things. One, the head of the emergency unit has also received threats and cyberbullying, putting him and other staff at risk of physical harm and psychological trauma. Also, the said gentleman who had that verbal altercation with the minister, was in their view threatened because of the kind of back and forth that we saw in the video. They also indicate that there are systemic issues that has nothing to do with or goes beyond just the CEO not acting. For instance, if what led to this gentleman's passing, allegedly, is anything to go by regarding the unavailability of a functional ventilator at the facility, they also know that the CEO has continuously reported this matter about ventilators not being enough at the Tamale Teaching Hospital, and government hasn't come to the aid of the hospital. How is he the one supposed to bear the ultimate blame for that?
Well, from my investigations, the investigation I have done, it appears there's a lot more going on in Tamale, and which at the hospital, which have been properly examined by the ministry, and they are trying to find solution to them. Of course, the GMA is not unaware that they are not going to be the people supplying equipment and things to the hospital. They can complain about these things. They can go to the highest place, the president himself. They can lodge any complaint anywhere. All of us can step in, join them to demand the best possible facilities for any hospital, not just Tamale. But it's about finding out when there is a kind of threat like the one that they are talking about. I have understood that nobody is being threatened there. The seeming altercation that happened there should not be taken to be a threat to either the minister or to the workers who are there, the doctors and so forth and so on. And we should stop magnifying some of these things the way we magnify them. Nobody is being dismissed. Nobody has been dismissed. The CEO that have been dismissed is a different story altogether. And if the employer has the right to dismiss somebody for a certain stated offense that may not warrant a case of finding out what the offense might be, then that is the one that comes under the law properly, and they can raise a petition and say that, look, can we further interrogate why this fellow has been dismissed? If it's relative to the question of some of the things they are raising, then it's a different story. And always, all over the world, if an employer took an action and they found later that that's a misrepresentation of the facts, it can be reversed. They've always done that before. So it's the question of threatening the very patients that we all are talking about, that we want to protect their privacy and so forth. If I'm a patient and I'm unwell and I'm in hospital and I've heard that there's a threat of strikes because of a certain situation, you are aggravating my situation. So we are all not solving the problem. So I agree with them. If they have a case, why not? They should pursue it. They know the line to pursue. They have liberty to do that, including reporting the matter to Labour Commission. Let them summon the employer to the place and let them deal with the issue. But I wish that we don't take the first step being a threat and so forth and so on. That may not be the best option. But I've checked properly, and I do know that nobody is being threatened. No committee has been set up on any of the people there who was having the altercation with the minister. I haven't heard any of that. Right.
Nobody can question.
And Mr. Gamey, I just want you to take a listen briefly to the GMA General Secretary, Dr. Salome.
Media has been sent messages saying that he's killed the patient. People are on his page cyberbullying him. People are sending messages to the wife and his family. And the MP is there saying that it's because they've questioned him. Who says nobody can question the doctor? He in particular was shouting at the doctor. If a minister is this, then it means that he has been acting worse. When the doctor in his constituency has been using his money to fund water for the emergency, as he, as the MP, in or out of government, fetched water for that emergency to function. So I think we must move away from this thing of trying to scapegoat people and then gaslight them subsequently and try to blame them for systemic issues that really are out of their view. We have not said that he has been invited. He can go and read our statement. We have not said that he has been sanctioned. So wherever he's reading that from, I don't know. But that is maybe another statement he is reading from. It is not our statement. We have not said that the doctor has been punished. We have not said he has been sanctioned. How they spoke to him was disrespectful and has dampened the guy's commitment, his spirit. And today, junior doctors working under him are saying that if their boss can be abused like this in public for something that they are totally is out of their control, then how is their own future going to be? And they are calling a meeting to decide what they want to do. How do you expect us to do that?
That's Dr. Richard Salome there. Essentially, Mr. Gamey, you hear the concerns, is it not? I mean,
yes,
it goes beyond just what happened yesterday. And then
yes,
also,
I appreciate that. His approach. I'm a teacher of conflict resolution, so as I listen to all the parties, I realize that it's about communication again. Because if you say disrespectful, I mean, you are also creating another problem by way of saying that the minister is disrespectful to a doctor. Both parties are engaged in some form of argument, and you are concluding that one side is disrespectful to the other. I mean, why should we come to that conclusion? I side with both parties that they have some frustration, some concern about what is going on, and so I empathize with both parties. But the manner in which the language is being blown left, right, center sounds like there is something that is hidden we don't know. But I would like to plead with both parties. It's about sitting down and talking and not stating. We are adding now fuel to the fire now by way of him saying that the minister is being disrespectful to the doctor and his genius. How will they take it? How will people in the country take the minister also? So we should not visit that on ourselves. I will urge both parties to just take it easy and engage. I'm sure the minister is the type who like engaging. They should get together and talk about this matter and rest the issue where appropriate. But to visit this kind of public communication and misrepresentation, about each other may not be very helpful. And the people in the Tamale Teaching Hospital, since they themselves are saying, and I heard the GMA, GS saying that they are not saying that they are frightening anybody, that is sufficient. We should now settle down, engage with the minister, and have a conversation about how best to have this matter resolved, and not to aggravate it any further.
Mr. Gamey, appreciate you for this. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.
I'm most grateful.
Mr. Gamey is a labor expert joining us with his thoughts on this matter. And in fact, if you go on our Facebook page at 3FM927, also on 3news.com, we've published a full complement of the press statement from the Ghana Medical Association and essentially the reactions as well from Al-Hassan Sueni, Tamale North Member of Parliament, and who was with the Health Minister, Kwabena Takando, when this altercation ensued at the Tamale Teaching Hospital. In fact, the Ghana Medical Association also is asking for the reinstatement of the Tamale Teaching Hospital CEO. That's one demand that they're clear about in the statement, and without it, they say that the health workers in the hospital are currently in the crunch meeting and they would eventually advise themselves. We have eyes on what's happening at the Tamale Teaching Hospital. We'll update you a lot more on it here on Hot Edition. Ghana Journalists Association